The radical change in education brought great growth for the system to substantiate the needs of our stakeholders. Now, we have seen the rise of technology, which shows big foundation for an effective teaching learning process.
I am Krista Jane Oelumba.
This is Rostom Esgalanido.
I am Angelique Tiranario.
I am Wenabel Tale.
I am Chati Anding. My name is Rhea May A. Hechanova.
I am Gracie Antivo.
I am Chardilyn Labiaga.
And we will discuss today the relationship of planning, implementing, and evaluating in curriculum development.
Did you know the three processes in curriculum development, namely implementing, planning, and assessing, are taken separately but are connected to each other? This cycle continues as each is embedded in a dynamic change that usually happens in curriculum development.
So what is the use of planning in the curriculum development? So planning is the initial step or process in developing the curriculum in which we determine or assess the needs of the students, the teachers, and the community. After we assessed such needs, in planning, we should always remember that the outcome would be SMART, which means specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound.
An example of curriculum plan is a lesson plan. It is written document. In curriculum development, a well-written plan ensures a successful implementation. The end product of planning is a written document. Some outputs of curriculum planning are lesson plans, unit plan, the syllabus, course design, the modules, books, instructional guides, or even a new science curriculum plan.
What is the use of implementation in the curriculum development? Implementation continued after planning. The planned curriculum, which was written, should be implemented. It has to be put into action or used by a curriculum implementer, which is the teacher. Curriculum plans should not remain as a written document because it will become useless. So, a curriculum planner can also be a curriculum implementer. In fact, a curriculum planner who implements the curriculum must have a full grasp of what is to be done. This is an important role of the teacher.
With a well-written curriculum plan, a teacher can execute this with the help of instructional materials, equipment, resource materials, and enough time. So, the curriculum implementer must also see to it that the plan, which serves as a guide, is executed correctly. So, the skill and the ability of the teacher to impart and guide learning are necessary in the curriculum implementation. It is necessary that the end in view or the intended outcomes will be achieved in the implementation.
What is the use of evaluation in curriculum development? Evaluation follows implementation. So it is necessary to find out if the planned curriculum was implemented successfully and if the desired learning outcomes were achieved. Curriculum evaluation is a big idea that may follow evaluation models that can be used for programs and projects. These models that was discussed in the previous lesson guide the process and the corresponding tools that will be used to measure learning outcome.
However, when used for assessment of learning, which is also evaluation, more attention is given to the levels of assessment for the levels of learning outcomes as defined by the Department of Education. The use of the description for the proficiency the learner is described by the qualified values of the weighted test score in an interval scale.
Key ideas. What has been planned should be implemented, and what has been implemented should be evaluated. Finally, the PIE, the cyclical flow of the three processes of the curriculum development, is very easy to remember and to follow. As a curricularist, these guiding ideas clarify our understanding that one cannot assess what was not taught, not implement what was not planned, then implement, then evaluate, and the next cycle begins.